Welcome, all you beautiful souls, to your weekly energy update, and we're looking at the week of August 7th through August 14th. These, of course, are timeless too, so if you come across these outside of that time frame, then trust your intuition, and I'm sure there are messages here for you. But if you are watching during that week, we actually have the Lionsgate portal happening on August 8th, and I did create separate videos for each individual zodiac sign that I put out about a week ago. I'll have those linked in the description box below, and also at the end of the video I'll throw like a little playlist on one of the sides here. We also have this week on August 11th the super full moon in Aquarius. It'll be around 7:35 Mountain Time. So wherever you're at in the United States, you can alter that to see when it's at its fullest for you there. But of course, the super full moon, it's just closer to the Earth than its normal huge orbit, and just influences us more. You know, we're made of water, so the tides of the water within us, emotional tides, change, so they're more expansive and they're more influenced. Also, the full moon is a great time for this phase for reviewing and releasing type of ceremonies. Now, there is a great book called Planetology by Annie Botticelli, who I adore, and she has this great kind of ceremony that she does where you can have 10 of these review and release type of items. Now, you can focus on any subject for the release, but if you focus in on the kind of areas related to the Aquarius energy, because it's an Aquarius super moon, then that moon energy will be even more impactful. Now, Aquarian energy is around kind of associations and aspirations. So you're talking about like friends and acquaintances, groups, teams, so kind of social type of circle things, even social media. They also influences like technology type things, so like internet-based projects and things along those lines. And with, of course, Aquarius being a mental air energy, it's about mental planes, have to do with inflexibility, but a huge thing is about it's a focus on our big dreams, our heart's desire, because Aquarian energy is very humanitarian, it's community, it's global. So looking at like kind of your overall big dreams that you have. Physically, it does impact our ankles, our calves, our veins, and circulation. So if you have any specific concerns around that, you can have this review and release ceremony be around that. And what you do is you just list out like 1 to 10, and have it kind of be around a gratitude approach really helps too. So like, thank you for revealing and releasing any blocks that have stood between me and then you fill in the blank. Doing those types of things really helps as well. So if you want to give that a try, you can do that. I will link Annie's book, Planetology, down in the description box below if you want to check it out. It's a wonderful book around astrology and wishes and birthday wishes and granddaddy wishes. So it's a wonderful book that just helps you understand all the energies that we deal with on a daily basis. You do want to, of course, do that within 8 hours before the full moon is what she recommends. So before that 7:35 p.m. Mountain Time, you want to do it 8 hours before, so that the reveal and release starts impacting it as soon as that full moon hits. So I love it. We're going to jump into your reading right now and just see what else the Creator and Spirit would like you to know about this amazing week. All right, Libras, this is your weekly energy update. We're going to start off by pulling a card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do put in the description box below. So let's give these a good shuffle. And one more time. All right. So what would you like our Libras to know about this week, please? All right. This is the one, and you've got the covenant, the sacred contract. card number 7. Beautiful card there. Put this right here, and let's see what message comes from that. So it just sounds like an energy of commitment. Yep, commitment, the greater good. So you're being invited now by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. The covenant card may also be a call to recognize that an ancient agreement you made with Spirit needs to be renewed or canceled and torn up. Is an opportunity showing up right now that is full of promise, but you're unable to sign and seal the deal and commit to it? The reason is that it needs to be elevated to a sacred contract. A covenant must be founded on the capital T truth, not your truth or his truth or her truth, but a greater truth that takes the destiny of all into account. The covenant is not about your agenda only. Spirit must be invited to come to the table as guarantor of the good faith of all and to ensure that the direction you're embarking on will be for the greater good. It's important that you understand what you are signing up for. Yay. Be sure to read the fine print so as not to commit to something you will soon regret or that you will compromise your integrity with. Do not hesitate to put all your own cards on the table so that your motives and desires are transparent and nothing is left in the darkness. When shadow elements remain hidden, the covenant breaks down and becomes a contract with an unspoken dark side that is inevitably fulfilled. Yes. So definitely clarity around what you are truly wanting, not looking to the small t truths of the human side, which are rooted in fear, but looking to the higher capital T truths that are rooted in, of course, unconditional love from above. We're also going to look and see what spirit animal through the Spirit Animal Oracle here offers you advice or its energy or will accompany you as you endeavor into this sacred covenant, this contract. All right. So for our Libras, what else would you like them to know? Okay, yeah, you do get 2. So we will look at these, and it makes sense here with the you being an air element, an air sign, Libras. I mean, you're all about the truths, the small t truths versus the capital T truths, and Libras, you're the balancing between the two. So you have the Nightingale spirit, which is love is all around. Beautiful card there. Put that right here. And then you also have the Dove spirit, be peace, card number 21. So both 2 animals that fly here, being your air element energy. And let's see here, first from the Nightingale, what they have to say. And this says, in the darkness of night, the Nightingale spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn, to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. You are so loved. And the illumination song of the Nightingale spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light, capital L, light. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and a starless night. Hearken to the message, letting the music of the Nightingale song remind you that love is all around. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize that the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination will happen soon. I like that. What really stood out to me is, the reading between the lines. In between the lines, that space may appear empty, but it's filled with love and abundance. And then I want to read the protection message from the Dove Spirit. And that says, however disturbed the waters around you, however troubled your heart, the dove spirit's there to remind you that peace without begins within as you reconnect with spirit through practices that awaken you from spiritual amnesia. Your true nature is as a peaceful child of spirit, but how easily we forget. You're being invited to sit in the cozy, safe nest of spirit. Soon the waters will become still and you will feel peace again. Be compassionate with yourself at this time, for all of us can forget that peace is always at hand, always there, gifted to us by spirit. Become the peace you wish to see in the world so you can reduce any suffering, performing acts of kindness, and radiating love. The dove spirit also reminds you that when you see inequity or someone harmed or in need, trust that you have the capacity to bring peace through smiling, sending love, speaking a kind word, and listening with a compassionate heart. Do your part to be a peacemaker, nourishing compassion, reminding others of the joy of a harmonious coexistence so that they may embrace the dove spirit within themselves too. I love that. So it kind of feels like this sacred contract, this covenant, is about understanding that even within darkness or when the choppy waters, that there is this promise of a new day, this promise of peace, and that in between anything, no matter what is written on the contract, there is this space in between it all that is filled with the essence of the true essence of who we really are, which is a being of unconditional love, joy and laughter and peace. So I love this coming in here. We'll get more clarity, as always, through the tarot, and we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams for today's reading and see what else they would like you to know about what's written on this contract. What is this covenant? So what else would you like our Libras to know? The mighty balancers. Okay. Okay, and those four. Okay. My goodness. So you've got these two. And then you've got these four. Okay. So they're going to put them like this. Just make some space here. Get them all located here. And what they've been saying, these ones that you can barely see, like you half see here, this is where some of those hidden truths. Okay, yeah, so for yours, this is what's hidden between the lines. So we will get to those, but they want to go with these two first, which you have the Knight of Coins. And coins or pentacles, as they are in the Standard Tarot, all have to do with the awareness of who you are, like your worth, your success in relation to the outside world. All the knights, of course, have a quest, and the Knight of Pentacles is this quest for self-worth, understanding what your worth is in relation, again, to the outside world. Now, the Knight of Pentacles also has this kind of message of it takes time, and so kind of a patience in regards to the outside world. We have so much that changes inside of us, when we have our thoughts, our emotions, our inner energies. Those things can change and evolve and move very quickly, but the outside world has its season. It takes time for things to unfold in the outside world because you've got 3 months of spring and 3 months of summer and 3 months of autumn and 3 months of winter. Every season has its purpose, on purpose to have things, to be able to thrive, with all the change of all those seasons, right? But this also has a message of it takes time for the outside world to catch up with your insides, because we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. So messages of that coming in here. Let's see what they want to add to that here. Yeah, you've got the Three of Swords with your Libra sign there, right? So you have this, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. So the swords is the air element energy. And I called the expectations card because usually they'll have like 3 swords sticking in a heart, like a big heart. It has 3 swords sticking in it, which represents the disappointment. It represents all those rules, all those popular opinions of the outside world on how things should be, right? Should be, need to be, have to be, supposed to be, must be. And so there's a lot of pressure that comes in the outside world of what it's like. This is a written rules, or kind of the unwritten rules a lot of times too. I mean, they make their ways into written laws and stuff, but there's a lot of this mental activity of all this stuff we think is supposed to be. Those are the small t truths of the human world that related to fear instead of the capital T truths of the spirit realm. So this season, is unfolding on purpose, for a purpose here. These choppy waters that this talked about, the nighttime, these the storms that come being rooted in these beliefs about relationships, about situations and circumstances, and about our bodies and about our possessions and our bank accounts. All these roles of the supposed to, should, the need to, and all that. Let's see what they want ELSG to know here. So you do have the 6 of coins. Here's the balancing coming in again. And pentacles, like we talked about here, about your worth is being balanced out here. I call this the codependency awareness card. And you do have this energy coming in here about the balancing out, the grounding out, the understanding of worth, and the balancing out between how you are defining yourself by the outside world and how you are defining yourself based on the higher things as well. So you're realizing that these beliefs that you had about your worth and about how you would have to sacrifice and give and give and give and give and give, and this belief that if you have nothing to give to someone, that you're worthless and that they'll leave you and abandon you, is what is rooted in this fear of these expectations of the outside world. All these, the 3s here, the 3 coins on one side of the scale here, these are all related to, like I talked about, relationships, situations, and our body and things. Relationships when we look to the outside world are unstable and unfulfilling and disappointing because people change or people pass away. So those things are not fulfilling. They don't give us what we're looking for. Situations like our jobs, education, social status, circumstances that we can get in also disappoint us and don't fulfill us, and make our worth feel unstable when we define ourselves by it, because situations never stay the same. And same with our body and our possessions and bank accounts. Those things break down, deteriorate, are stolen or burned down. So all of that stuff has that instability that we have, but we're balancing that out as you are connecting more to understanding those higher truths of who you are. It's moving that from just a human contract to being a covenant, a sacred contract, right? Connecting to those to the above, yeah. Because here's your true worth. The Ace of Pentacles is what you're looking for. That's what this quest of the Knight of Coins is finding your true worth based on the unconditional love from above, something that you can't lose. All those things in the outside world feel unstable. Our worth feels unstable, and we define ourselves by that. But when you define yourself by that love from above, the unconditional love of the Creator in the spirit world, unconditional means no conditions, means you can't lose it, you can't gain any more of it, you have 100% of it right now. That's stability. It's also from the spiritual world, which is eternal, not the temporary world of the outside world. So you really are gaining this ability to ground yourself in this solid, stable, eternal foundation instead of the outside world. And this also brings in new opportunities and new things coming in from the outside. Let's see. I just really want to know what is in between the lines of this contract, right? Yeah. The Fool card. new beginnings. This also represents your soul. So connecting to the soul purpose, literally SOUL, your soul purpose is what this is about. So you have this hiddenness that's, within your purpose, this contract, this, like I said, this covenant, this drive, this, I want to say the contracts with what you wanted to accomplish with people, because sometimes you'll have soul contracts with your family, with your friends, with your spouses, with your friends, different things. You have these agreements that you had before you came down here to understanding what you wanted to experience, who you wanted to be for others as well. And so it's like there's this hidden understanding that's coming to fruition here of what you wanted to experience and why, and you have this clarity that's really coming in. I feel like this final card here just tells it all. Yeah. The Palace of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your passions, your energy overall, your spiritual energy. And palaces are unique to this tarot deck. Most tarot decks do not have palaces. But this is about creating a place for you to express the energy, for you to feel at home, for you to just bring that. It's almost like the magician energy, where you are like this wand. You bring in this energy and this awareness from the heavenly realms through you and out into the world. And like this purpose of your energy, this purpose, this understanding is what it is. And so it's definitely what's in between the lines here is your soul purpose, the soul contracts that you had, what it is that you truly wanted to achieve as you came down here. So, you do have, like I said, within the lines, it did say is unconditional love, joy and laughter and peace. You are seeing that the purpose of you coming down here was this Three of Swords, to understand who you are. You came down to experience who you weren't, to understand the freedom. You came here to understand the restriction, to understand unconditional love. You came down to experience conditional love. Everything unfolding on purpose for a purpose. So I love that, being the peace, love is all around your soul, your energy, your worth. You're really seeing how worthy and priceless you are by feeling what it might feel like to feel unworthy and on the clearance rack. So you have this beautiful understanding that's coming to fruition here, because you are seeing, at least starting to see between the lines. You're starting to understand the purpose behind things, the contracts you made, what you came here to achieve and why. And in doing all that, you're having this beautiful transformation of your worth and understanding who you really are and the foundation that you're basing all that on. So there's beautiful clarity coming in here for you, and I'm loving this for you. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, I would actually, look and check out your Lionsgate portal reading for this week too. And I'll have that linked here on a playlist here in just a moment. But in addition to that, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Doing that also helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it does want to share the videos of this channel with other people as well and share those messages. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. Alrighty, mighty Libras, as you go throughout this week, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.